Alright, Scalzgrin here, Baldur's Gate 2, my favorite game ever, I have to say. I'm trying to do a new thing with my channel and my videos here. I'm working to have a more consistent layout of videos. On my YouTube channel, I have a plan to try to get at least one video of a game out on a scheduled basis. So, Sunday will be Baldur's Gate 2 day. I got Saturday with Might and Magic 4, which I streamed the other day. Ultima 7, I believe, is going to be try to get a video every Friday out. And Fallout 1 every Wednesday at the moment. So this isn't, and I'm hoping to get like not just a small video, but 2 hours, something like that, a good chunk of content. And with kind of scheduled, and maybe some extras here or there, depending on time. But my plan is to at least have a good chunk of video for a specific game out on a specific day. So there's that. And the other thing I did, because YouTube is in about a week, I think I will be knocked off YouTube just because of lack of views, and which is fine. They're changing the way they do their policy when it comes to monetization. So I actually started a small Patreon account. It's Scalz311. If anybody's interested to check that out, that'll help me try to continue this little thing I want to do here and keep going with it. So if not, that's fine too. No big deal. So let's get started. Baldur's Gate 2, my favorite. Let's watch our video and then get ready to go.
You spent your youth in the library fortress of Candlekeep, under the kind tutelage of your foster father Gorion. Imoen shared his home, a kindred spirit. Her background was as mysterious as your own. Gorion's murder brought answers to your questions, when his killer Saravok was revealed to be your brother. You and Saravok were a product of the time of troubles, a chaotic period when gods were made flesh and forced to walk the earth. One such deity foresaw his own death and walked the land before the cataclysm. He left a score of mortal offspring, intended to be the fuel for his rebirth. The god was Baldur, Lord of Murder, and you are one of his children. Saravok sought a war of sacrifice to prove his worth, believing he would become the new Lord of Murder. You killed your brother, sending his taint back to Baal. You were the hero of Baldur's Gate, but some suspected you shared the same lineage as Saravok. You departed soon after, under circumstances much darker than anyone would have believed. They came as you rested, figures cloaked in mist that clouded your thoughts, blurring the lines between consciousness and dreaming. There was no malice or hatred, no mention of an old score, only quick capture and the promise of grim deeds to come.
Alright, I get chills every time I see that. That's probably, I don't know how many times I've seen it. Alright, let's get going. Single player, new game. I was considering starting with like Baldur's Gate 1 and going through Siege and then coming into this, but as much as I enjoy Baldur's Gate 1, Baldur's Gate 2 is just... I never want to wait that long to go back into Baldur's Gate 2, so... Game. Let us go with our mail. Alright. My favorite, of course, is... this guy here from, Dos Equis. Try to think, what are we going to do with our character? Or what are we going to be? I tend to favor the good side over the bad side, but we might go with some neutral people and try to work that into the party. Like, I'd like to have Aconia. Of course, she's evil. You know, she doesn't work well with certain characters. So, it'll be interesting. I don't know what to go with my character, though. Let's see, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Looks like a vampire. Oh, Prince of Persia. Nice. Oh, that's a Icewind Dale guy right there. Let's see, if we take Vicky with us, and we take maybe... I love having Keldorn because he just makes things so nice and easy. But maybe we take Vicky, and we take... the Dwarf Fighter. I can't remember his name, oh my god. Those are two evil characters. We have to watch our rep. That's the problem there. So it'll be our cleric, a fighter. We could take Edwin, I guess. We probably won't have Aerie then if we take Vicky. We're not going to have Keldorn then. We'll have Yoshimo until Imoen. So that's our thief. Corgan, Vicky, Yoshimo. I love Minsk, of course. It's hard not to take Minsk. That's our. We could do 3 fighters. Yeah, I think we're gonna be a melee guy. Let's make a half-orc. We'll do Scalzgrin. Let's see. Oh, he looks excited. Let's go with him. Alright, so if we do a half-orc, we could go shaman, but with the archers are really powerful, but that's a ranger, which he can't be. We could multi-class him. Fighter, thief, nah. Fighter, cleric, nah. Let's just go fighter because you can get strong. We can do barb, but I like just the idea of being a badass fighter, getting 5 points in. We could go berserker because we could put 5 points in. We can still get 5 points in any weapon class. The only one we can't do that, I think, is barbarian. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to be berserker because that immunity to level drain could be very useful when it comes to certain aspects. We do become winded after berserking. We may not specialize in ranged weapons, but we can use them. We just can't specialize in them. Alright, let's do that. Berserker, alignment, chaotic good, maybe? That's what chaotic good. Chaotic neutral. Yeah, that seems a little over the top. So chaotic good. Alright, let's get a decent roll here. Oh my god. I totally forgot you can get 19 as a fucking half-orc. Oh my god, I've been doing this for so long for no reason. Alright. That is an edit waiting to happen. And our con could go to 19 too. God, I'm so stupid. Alright, there we go. So our intelligence does not have to be good, obviously. So let's put up our charisma to 18. Intelligence. We're not going to use, scrolls or wands. So 19, okay. I forgot we had 19. 19 strength, 18 dex, 19 con, crappy intelligence, wisdom, just basic, charisma 18. So we're not very, can't talk a lot. Maybe we should put the wisdom down just to make more thematic sense that, you know, we can at least carry a conversation with our charisma. Let's do that. Alright, so what are we going to use now? That's the question. Are we going to go in with the shield? Are we going to go in with two-handed weapons? Are we going to work ourselves to get the Crom fair and... or the Flail of Ages, maybe? Maybe we'll go with that, because that's pretty dope. There's a lot of great weapons in this game. It doesn't really matter. I usually end up giving the flail to somebody else. The Crom is pretty ridiculous too. We can go 4 right off the bat. Oh my god. Oh, that's so nice. Or we could dual wield them. Oh my god, we could. Warhammer and flail. They're both crushed blunt weapons. That's the only problem with that. But who cares? Then we have to go 2-weapon style. We put 3 points to 2-weapon style off the bat. And we do that. We could take a bolt, but that's kind of a waste, isn't it? We might go 2 weapons anyway, though. If we can take the Flail of Ages, which is pretty awesome. Our strength is already amazing. We could take the Flail Morning Stars now. And bring in maybe the Katana. Later. Should we go 2 here, 1 Katana, then we can wield Celestial Fury, which is an amazing weapon as well. Let's do that for now. Why not? I'll base it off of that. Who cares? Play this game many times. I don't care if I do it. Like, the one thing I don't like to do is always do the same thing every time I play it, because that kind of doesn't make sense to me. Could be a little darker green? No, that's a little too dark. That's a little... yeah, that's fine.
To battle and
no.
victory!
Nice.
No one is more... I need rest if I am to...
Let's do this. I'll get the job done, whether...
To battle with no regret. To battle,
I will strike.
To battle and victory!
Oh, this isn't the one that has the guy that just yells and doesn't
to
talk.
battle, I shall endeavor to be an
Let's do this. I'll get the job done, whether...
No one is... I need rest if I am...
Oh, that's good. I think it's Icewind Dale when the guy just makes noises the whole time. He never says any words. Scalzgrin. Alright, let's do it. Alright. Go. Core rules. Venture forth. One of the great villains of all time.
Ah, the child of Baal has awoken. It is time for more experiments. The pain will only be passing. You should survive the process. Interesting. You have much untapped power. Do you even realize your potential?
More intruders have entered the complex, Master.
They act sooner than we had anticipated. No matter, they will only prove a slight delay.
What an amazing voice acting job in this game. John Arenicus, man, just so great. What a character too for a villain. You learn a lot about him. He's unlike most villains in video games that are one note, and it's like, oh, he's the bad guy. He's tragic, and there's reasons for what he's doing.
Wake up! Come on, we have to get out of here.
Just so well written. Imoen, what's going on? Alright, I don't think I'm going to read everything here, just because it'll take forever. So, Imoen basically tells us how we got jumped near Baldur's Gate, and that he's been doing things to us, and we got to get out of here. What do you mean, things? He's doing the same to you, I think. I heard you screaming like it anyway. We'll get out, then figure out what's going on. Good, because I don't know if I can get loose again. She's got pain in her head. Like a little dagger, it won't go away. Assassins came after our captor, I think. There's dead all over, and the fighting is still going on. Alright, let's go. Alright, and so there's some weapons in the room off to the side. They took our best stuff, she says. Alright, let's go.
If you wish.
Let's go get our buddy. Oh, we got her on auto. I don't mind her auto doing the armor spells.
Minsk will be free. These bonds will not hold my wrath, but will be liberally kicked in good measure.
Minsk, your mighty warrior spirit must find these bars unbearable. Time is short for talk that is small. Release me. I will rain beatings down upon all that who have dared touch me, and Dinah here, she will be avenged. Dinah here. Is there another trapped here? So Dinah here is who was Minsk's witch in Baldur's Gate 1. He was just... They were both from Rashomon, and he was supposed to be her bodyguard, but apparently her spirit is trapped here. He was to guard her, but they killed her as I watched. I know not who they were, but I will redeem myself. So Irenicus' people, or Irenicus himself, actually kills Dinah here. So he won't cry for the dead. Maybe a little, but I will staunch the flow of tears with righteous fury. Lullaby and good night, evil. Minsk will make you pay. He's so awesome. Alright, I don't know how to open your cell permanently. It's going to make it difficult. I don't know where the key is. You have brushed me aside with your words. You won't help. Boo can see it now. You do not intend to cut my chains. You only intend to yank them. I will make sure you do not live long enough to abandon more friends. I will do all of this as soon as I get these bars open.
The bars, they bend and twist with my berserker strength. Minsk and Boo are free. No, you will not. No. Oh. Oh. Oh, you are a smart one. I understand now. You said what you did just to get me mad. Mad enough to break free. You are as smart as Boo sometimes.
Alright, we can resume our adventures together. There are friends to avenge and villains to smack about the face and neck. Right, Boo? Alright, let's make our enemies answer. Answer they will, and my sword shall be the question. We shall have fistfuls of sweet, sweet justice, and our enemies will be stains beneath our feet. What? Yes, but alright. Boo tells me I'm Raven again. I did not notice a difference, but I shall heed his words nonetheless. Come, we must go now. Yes, Minsk and Boo and you, together again. Beware, villains. I will force justice down your evil, evil throats. Alright, and it kind of tells you where he hid the hamster, which is a little gross. Let's go. And we have Minsk in our group. I don't know if we're going to keep Minsk, but he's so awesome, we might. I have 105 hit points with 18 con. That's absolutely ridiculous. Minsk is only 69. What's his con? He's got a good con, doesn't he? Yeah, 16. But he's not the most intelligent, wise, or charismatic character in the world. It's pretty amazing. So this game, you start at level 7. That's the other thing about Baldur's Gate 1. Why it's great, it's low level. This game is right where the D&D gets good. You know, like level 7, 8's up all the way, you know, up until ridiculous levels. You get to fight everything in this game. And that is what's another thing that makes it so enjoyable. Alright. So Imoen, of course, is a thief mage dual class. So dual class was a thing in 2nd edition, for those who don't know. Only humans can do it. You could be, so basically she was a thief until 7th level. And then she became a mage, and she lost all her thief abilities. And until you get your next class that you duel into higher than your previous one, you don't get to use those. But once she hit 8 in mage, all her thief stuff came back. So it's a pretty awesome way to make a character, but the problem is that transition from your first class to your second, you lose all your abilities, so you have a long wait until you get everything back. But the cool thing about it is that you can level up as a thief alone for a while, which levels up fast, for example, and you can put a lot of points into your abilities, and then you can bust up a mage, and now you got both. So she's pretty awesome in that way. We got a +1 dagger already. And some potions for everybody. Of course, Minx can only carry 2 quick items instead of 3 because he has Boo, his hamster, with him, or his miniature giant space hamster, of course. So Boo takes up one of his slots of his inventory.
Where Minsk goes, evil stands east.
Let's just grab stuff. We're not going to need all this stuff, but I'll drop it, what I don't want. Just to speed it up, let's grab it all. Okay, so I will be wearing that. Another thing about 2nd edition, lower is better, so armor class, the lower the better. Our armor class is 10, -4 because of our dexterity. And now once we put on this, it's going to go to 0. Helmets are important. They don't give you armor, but they protect against crits. So you obviously want people to have helmets. We'll give Minsk the chainmail. I think that's chainmail, yeah. Minsk is a 2-handed weapon user, and we are... When I give flail and... Did I just give flail? Oh, I gave flail and katana, right? Yeah. It's an interesting combo I've never messed around with before. We do get a katana right off the bat. We do not have a flail, though, so I'm not going to mess with that. Let's see. Anything else I want to do here? We don't need the halberd. We have a warhammer. But no, we don't really need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We might let's just hold on to some of these for now. Shields we don't need. We could actually use a shield until we get our second weapon. And if we give armor to Imoen, she can't cast spells. So because she can't cast mage spells in armor. So we have the key. We go get Jahira now, who is our other companion from the first game. Or, you know, she's in the first game, of course.
Quickly, we must get out of here before whoever did this returns. I swear, traveling with you is never dull.
Alright, so she basically gives us a rundown of the first game, and then says that her husband Khalid, who was in the first game, is missing, so we need to find him. And we'll lock her cage since we found the key. And we are going to celebrate once we get out of this hole. Alright, so we will give her the studded leather for now. We'll give her the shield, and we'll give her... Actually, does she have spear in this one? No, quarterstaff, sling, scimitar. Sword and shield style, club. Okay, that's weird the way that's set up there. We don't really have anything for her specifically to use that's worth anything, but whatever. It's not that important. This gives her a 14, everything's going to give her a 14. Actually, Oh no, that's the wrong guy. Let's get these to Jaheira. Actually, she's a druid. She can't use almost anything but the spear. I forgot about that. Alright, so that's all she gets right now, which is fine. She can't use
It is done.
she can't use metal. Alright. So this golem just gives us some background that we're trapped and we can't get out. Method. We got any spells ready to go? Let's magic missile that dude.
That's not right.
Is there a way to take those off? Get in the way. No, that wasn't it. So health bars, that's gotta be it. There we go. Alright. I like seeing the health numbers on the characters, but those health bars on the screen is cool that they added that in, but it does end up clogging up the screen quite a bit. Alright, so we are in Irenicus's dungeon, and of course the main point now is to get the hell out of here. And this is the tutorial dungeon of the game, of course. And we're going to work our way. We got a teleporter here, but we can't use it yet. So the plan is to get out of here. Try to find Khalid. Dinah here has already been killed that we know of. So this brings the, we got a little thing here. Bodies of several black-hooded thieves that litter the hallway, slaughtered by a massive release of magical energy. Whatever battle killed these still rages. This is where you get the cannon party from Baldur's Gate 1. The cannon party is your character, Minx and Dinah here, because Dinah here would have been with Minx when he got captured, because he already says that she was killed by our captors. And then Jaheira and her husband Khalid, who is here but missing. And then Imoen. There's a lot of characters in Baldur's Gate 1 you can have, but if you want to play the canon version, I guess, that's the characters you would use in that game, because they kind of come right into this game. I haven't played all the way through Siege of Dragonspear, so how that ends, I'm really not sure. I plan on doing it soon. But like I said, I haven't done it. Scalzgrin, welcome. You'll skip someone later, I hope. I am Ataqua. Alright, this guy wants to play a game with us. And, he wants us to ask a question. Or answer a question. Hypothetical. You and your sibling are captured and locked into separate cells, unable to communicate. The base responsible appears and speaks. There's a button in each cell. If you press your button and your sibling does not, you die. But your sibling is free. If your sibling presses the button and you do not, they will die, but you go free. If neither of you press the buttons, both of you will die. If both press, both of you will die. So basically, are you going to sacrifice yourself for your sibling or not? This is silly. Buttons are not how one escapes dungeons. I will smash the button and rain beatings liberally down on the wizard for playing such a trick. Alright, so we will press the button. Interested. No action can be performed without consequence, especially that which follows the noble path. Deal with this noble one. Depending on what you select, you fight different enemies. This is the Ogre Mage choice. Which I think gives, I don't know if it gives more XP than the other one, or better loot, or whatever. I don't know. I don't think it really matters. We chop them up into tiny bits. Well done. It appears you could deal with the consequences of your actions. In return for your indulgence, I offer advice. Seek out Riley if he waits for one such as you. Offer him the release that he craves, and you shall find that the focus of your journey shall soon become apparent. Farewell. So we get a little tip. A little bit of cash. We don't need that long sword. I tend to loot too much in these games, and I'm going to try not to do that. You make a boatload of money in this game. You don't really need to loot everything.
If I have to fight to get out of here, so be it.
Little goblins.
Fall, creature, and feed the earth.
I will take the money though. Alright, that's locked. We have to figure out a way to open that locked door. Alright, let's, while we're here, let's get our spells in order. And then we're gonna rest. So Jaheira, we'll do... do we need blood? Not really. We don't really need most of these. Entangle kind of is a pain. We'll cure light wounds, just for, yeah, healing and doom. Doom's not bad on certain people, I guess. Slow poison is always good. Bark skin is kind of pointless, I think, at this point. It's not terrible, but we could go with Flame Blade. And then slow poisons. Strength of 1. It could actually make it worse for us. It'll lower our strength. Zone of Sweet Air is always actually useful. Invisibility Purge is useful. Dispel Magic could be useful. We'll go with that. Could she get up to level 5 yet? No, she's to level 4. Let's do Animal Summon or Call Woodland Beings is kind of cool. She can cast Confusion and Mass Cure the Nymph that you that lasts 3 minutes. Or Defensive Harmony. No, there's no fight in here that's difficult. Let's do Call Woodland Beings for fun. Alright, and then our mage. Yeah, we'll give her armor and then a lot of magic missiles for now. I'm not going to use Stinking Cloud or nothing. Mirror Image, Melf's Acid. Haste is always amazing. Fireball is fantastic, of course. Early on. Remove Magic is good, but I don't think we need it in the dungeon. Fruit Invisibility is good, and Stone Skin is amazing as well. Alright. Let's rest.
You sure have some kind of courage to sleep in this place. I would have run screaming 1,000 times over if you weren't here.
We need rest to succeed. We had to take the chance. I guess I should be used to sleeping with both eyes open. I don't deal with this well. We are alike because of Gorion, but I prefer being in the background. Now, Gorion, of course, is your foster father from the first game, for those who don't know. He raised you in Candlekeep. Imoen was there as well. And things happened. As the intro said, you're a child of Baal, the Lord of Murder. And things happened because of that. And you had to leave, and then that's how the Baldur's Gate story kind of started. She says he was a great mage and a great adventurer. We lived with him for years, and Jaheira seems to know more about him. Nonsense. He was secretive with everyone. We just had mutual acquaintances. I guess he was a big friend of the Harpers. Even got a visit from Kelvin Blackstaff once. Real powerful mage. Talked to Gorion like an equal. I wish we could go back to those days for all this fuss and bother before I learned. Well, we've seen so much. Candlekeep seems so small now. There wasn't much to go back to with Gorion gone. We still had friends there. They were proud, even if they didn't show it. Winthrop said so. He always thought Gorion was too stuffy. I don't know, though. Oh, my head still hurts. I keep thinking I see things in the corners. Too much death here for my liking. It's in everything, even us. He won't be able to just walk away, you know. That guy that captured us, he knows about you. He said something about potential, something about great power. Scalzgrin said we won't look back. I don't care if he could tap the power or access whatever avatar stuff. We've got to get away from all this death. Yeah, let's just get out of here. Alright.
If you wish.
Let's get us invisible so we can sneak up on these goblins. I love throwing fireball at these goblins. So if you do that, you can see the spot and then move them back. Wah! Always fun.
It is done.
Goblins are so fun to mess with. Alright, let's get our arrows for Imoen, which is what she will be using mostly. Minx could use a bow as well. Ranged weapons are very powerful in these games, but mostly the first game they're incredibly powerful. In this game, not so much. I mean, they're good, but they're not like the first game. You can kill most things before they get to you. So this golem will come back to, we need him to open a door, but we need to get a thing for him to do that first. So let's loot up here. I think that chest is locked.
What?
Yep, right you are.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Scimitar, Jaheira likes those. We can give her that, and then she can use that. Shield. Actually, you can use this shield. It's better. We don't need that shield. Let's see. Warhammer. There's no flails here, huh? I don't know if I've ever chosen flail as my main thing, so yeah. Longsword +1. Longswords are always a good bet when it comes to things because they're just powerful. So this is Varscona 2. It's a longsword +2, which is pretty awesome. Of course, we don't have anybody that can use it. Is that better than what I have for me now? It is, actually. Alright, let's head in. Here. Where are you going, Minx?
Jump on my sword while you can, Eva. I won't be as gentle.
With vengeance.
If you wish.
I know this room. I've been in here. We both have. There are things in these tanks. They used to be people.
What kind of monster is this guy? Captures us easy as pie, kills whoever he wants. That could have been us in those glass things. Alright, we'll get him back, Imoen. Alright. Actually, that's enough bows, right? Is this another short bow? Short bow, Minx got one. She can't use them. We don't need that. Arrows. We're not really going to be using it, but we'll take the arrows. I don't know if anybody's going to use that. This guy's a little pain in the ass. Is a frost method? Ice method? Yeah.
Alright.
One of these is trapped. There we go. And locked. We'll give this to Jaheira, because she will be using a sling, or she can use a sling. And we got a quarterstaff +1, which actually might be... Is that better for her? It's a little better for her right now. Because of the magic. Gives her a better Thaco. Alright, so we need to find Ryleave. I think that's his name. Ryleave. I think it's Ryleave. And he is close by. So these golems, if you don't take care of them now, they'll come and mess with you later. So it's a good idea to just take them out. Plus you get to jump on them like this. Worth a decent amount of XP too. Oh, I think there's some more guys up here.
No problem at all.
Yeah, there's. Ooh, she still got it off.
If I have to fight to get out of here, so be it.
Usually if you get hit casting a spell, you lose it.
If you wish.
Alright, and here is where I leave. In this poor jar.
Who be ye, servants of the master?
Who is this master that you speak of? He was my friend, I think, cast out, and one of us no longer. I cannot remember. Are you to take my place? So this is kind of important. Cast out and one of us no longer. Gives a little background on Irenicus in a way. You don't really know about it yet, but who are you? It is difficult to remember. I was Raleigh, dead, I think. How do you escape? Prisoners be ye. Truly I have been dead, but not dead too long. I seek release. I have been alone for too long. The massacre could take nothing more. I am forgotten. What release do you seek? Can I be of assistance?
Release? Yes, master. I no longer wish to come back.
Let me slip into the oblivion that has been denied me, please. Alright. I will take the cells.
Thank thee. Go and leave me to oblivion at last.
He's dead now? This pathetic creature.
Death is not always to be feared. I guess I would not wish to live like that. Death is pretty? Why would I think that? Oh, I gotta get out of this place. We need that stone right there on the table. There's the sling for Jaheira, halberd, warhammer.
Stinking evil. Cover your nose, boo. We will leave no crevice untouched.
What am I doing here? Oh, put that up there. Alright, she's going to be using this, though, for now. That has shitty armor, but she's fine. Alright, so that is the activation stone that Raleigh has there, and we need to tell the golem. We need that. If we talk to the golem first, he tells us that we need the stone to give him orders. And now that we have it, we could tell him to open doors. We could pretend that we are his master, open the doors, here's the stone, and there he goes. Good golem. Alright. And if we wanted to, from the item that we took from the energy cells that we took from Raleigh, we could come in here and there's certain guys we can actually talk to. Gives us a little background information about the place, but nothing very important really. So we're just going to move on. I want to try to get out of this dungeon in this video for sure. That's the plan. I think there's a whole bunch of more goblins up here. Yeah, does she have any more nasty spells for them yet? Not really. Goblins is nasty goblins is. Now they're popping, Emily. I'm gonna take some arrows just in case I feel like using them someday. I probably won't use them very often. Yeah, all these goblins have short bows. I don't have any points in bows anyway, so it's not really gonna be something that useful for me to use them, but alright. Why can't we save? Is there a goblin running around? Oh, there we go. Usually can't save if there's something running around. Alright. Getting more in here, another big group of dudes. Just waiting to get fireballed. And damn ice methods. Oh, that's a dust method. I think there's another one up here somewhere. There he is. There you are, you sneaky bastard. Mineral method. Alright. So there's a lot of books in here that are all background information, but there are a few potions and scrolls. And that necklace you could sell.
This reminds me so much of Candlekeep. Dusty old tomes all over, bookcases nearly spilling. It's like we never left.
But we did, didn't we? I just want to go home again. Alright, Imoen, I know you're having trouble here. It's a little messed up place, but it'll be okay. Let's see, we got... Yeah, let's get the rest of these. I can never remember where all the things are in this room, but we got quite a good chunk. That's a potion of speed. Necklace. Put the necklaces on just to save room on your... And all this stuff could actually go in quick slots just to save room. Well, if they could use them. Here I can't use that particular scroll because it's a mage scroll, but save up some room. A lot of loot in this dungeon. It's another big fight down this way. Actually, let's cast her spells, which I have not been doing. Armor, give her a little better armor class, and then stone skin. It's basically amazing. Every time she gets hit, she loses a layer of that, and once they're all gone, then she can actually take real damage. It's pretty awesome. I'm gonna poke up around the corner. What I want to do is blast that mage who's running around. But I don't think there's a way to get her so close to that mage to do it.
Yes, as I thought.
Well, maybe.
What?
Go for the eyes, Boo. Go for the eyes. Yeah.
Boom!
Without ye bothering me.
Illich. Be alert, laddies. We got company. Hold, prisoners. You've come to the wrong place, I tell you true. Illich and its boys will stop ya. All that stand in my way shall fall. Adam, lads, no mercy. Alright, where's that mage? He's almost dead. Oh, he's running. Look at him run. Alright. Let's get Illich. She's not running. I'm going to put myself on that mage so we can take him out. And when you shoot him down. There we go. Does he have anything worth the loot? He does.
If you wish.
Go for the eyes, Boo.
Oh!
Go for the eyes. Yeah.
Nice shot. Those are important.
Those dwarves that attacked us. I read about them when you were skipping out of lessons back in Candlekeep.
Hey, don't make fun of my low intelligence. Dwarger, I think, kind of evil, I guess, so I'm not surprised it would be working for our captor. quite the little setup down here. Got everything he needs, including smiths. For the knives, probably. The knives. He has a lot of them. I'm going to have a couple of scars from this. Looks like you will too. So he's been using the knives to cut inside and figure out what's going on inside of them. It's pretty freaky. As I said, Irenicus is an awesome villain. Alone because he's just freaky anyway. Mail of the Dead, I believe, which is pretty good stuff. Let's use this on it. I think this is gonna do much for... Actually, yeah, we got a small shield. That does not protect from missile attacks. This does. Mail of the Dead +2. So it's chain, I think? Could be wrong, but it's 3. It's pretty good. It's better for Jaheira than what she's got. Big time. Goes from 4 to 0 armor class, which is pretty amazing. We gotta loot up this place real quick. Keep forgetting that's improved invisibility. So it doesn't go away if you attack. Helmet, another scroll. Darts, we don't have anybody using darts. Helmet, there's a flail. There's a club for Jaheira, another flail. Alright, let's see what we got here. Give us this. Jaheira could use that club. She's actually pretty good with it. Yeah. And then she can use her armor. Is this the +1? No, so we don't need this. We don't need you. We don't need you, and we don't need you. And we don't really need that scimitar anymore, but we don't need that. We'll keep that. We'll keep that. We don't need that. We'll keep the longsword +1 to sell. Don't need that. Let's see what we could do with so our flail, yeah, it's pretty awesome. Put this at a 10, way better than a +2 longsword. And then we can put the katana on the offhand, and now we're cooking. 2 weapons. A shield for Minsk, shield for Jaheira, or Arena helmet. Alright, we're cooking now.
This way then?
And there's a trap up here. Come on. There you are. Alright. And a mother effing Cambion in this room, which is pretty awesome. He's behind this here.
Live by the sword. Live a good long time.
It's being in prison here, and you gotta pop this to turn it off, and then he'll pop out. Oh, he's messed it up. Minx. Come on, let's get him. Badly injured.
Stand back for justice.
Alright. Chainmail is pretty pointless, I think. This bastard sword is magical. So not really pointless. We're not going to use it, but we can sell it. Alright, let's rest up. Alright, so we came this way. I don't think we should have came all the way this way yet. Let me think. Yeah, we don't have what we need to open the door. Dang it, Scals. Yeah, we don't. Alright, let's haste and run back. Haste is great when you just want to run through the level real quick that you've already been through. That's great anyway. Yeah, this is where we gotta go. Fight the Otagwa, however you pronounce these nasty beasts. Yeah, since we're hasted, it's not gonna be much of a fight. Alright. Not much of a fight anyway. Oh, he slowed me. That's one thing that they do in disease, but that'll go away. So we have a trap here. Oops. Male. Yeah, I had a feeling she was going to be 2. Messed up. So Minx goes to a 2 now. We don't need that. What else is in that chest?
Like
Nothing.
Well, except for the torture and all.
Just like old times, except for the torture and all. This is the Eyes of Truth. Infravision, up to 120, protects against crits. The infravision thing really isn't important in this game. But it's still cool to have it. And it looks cool. Oh yes. Level 7 hasted characters against goblins. How beautiful. Oh, I just lost my haste too. Ooh, magic arrows. Yeah. You suddenly have a sense of imminent danger. Something here is not what it seems. I'm sure.
Nature could find a home here if they properly cleanse the ground.
It is done.
I think there's goblins here. Yes, there is. Hi, buddies.
As I thought.
Incorrect.
All right. Fireball scroll. Come in handy later, possibly. Oh, now this place. This looks like Irenicus's little place he likes to chill. Oh, I'm standing right on that trap and it didn't go off. Wow. And that's locked. Alright. The Helm of Baldur right there. I believe this was called. Double check it. That's a good helmet. That's what we need to open the door from earlier. Oh, that is good too. Alright. Helm of Baldur, legendary founder of Baldur's Gate. Thako +1, so it makes it easier for us to hit things, gives us a boost to our armor, our saving throws, more hit points. It is awesome in every way. Alright, and then we also got this, which is awesome too. These, I don't really need this. We'll keep this. This is an air elemental statue, which would be useful very soon here. Now we need to get her some... We're never going to be using this stuff. Let's just get all identifiers for her right now. I mean, it's been fun. She's got stone skin. That's really all she needs. Alright, so meta spell influence amulet. Memorize 1 extra second level wizard spell. An awesome thing to have. So Bastard Sword +1. So anything that... Is there anything else that's blue right now? No.
If you wish.
Dryads.
Protect me.
Help us. What's going on here? We are his possessions, his servants, his concubines. Please help us to escape. How can I help you? If you can escape, you must take our acorns to the queen. Tell her of our plight in this creature's lair. Take them to the fairy queen who lives on the south end of Windspear Hills. This will be our deliverance from this Irenicus and his dungeon. So, I see we have a name for our captor at least. Irenicus, is it? Tell me, Dryads, why is this Irenicus would go to such lengths to keep you three here? We are supposed to instill emotion, but he is barren inside. I am not sure what he expects. You could foil his plans for us at least. If you take the acorns to the fairy queen, then she can regrow our trees and free us. Alright, let's help him. Thank you. You must take the acorns and deliver them to the fairy queen in the south end of the Windspear Hills. But he has taken the acorns. He knows of our plans. It amuses him. He has left our acorns with Illich. Illich is mean. Well, we found him already. You have done a noble thing for us. Please take these to the fairy queen who lives northeast of the human settlement called Trademeat. We will help you escape. You must use the portals to travel up to the next level of the complex. This is how Irenicus travels. The portals are triggered by a certain key. He uses her key. He still loves her, you see. He keeps her room just as it was, though well protected. We go there sometimes and look at her things. May the forest always open a path for you.
So beautiful. I used to dream of dryads and their beautiful trees.
You are welcome among us, girl. Youthful exuberance is music that we have not heard in such a long time. I used to dream, but he doesn't. Your charms don't work on him anymore, do they? How do you know of this? He has touched you as us, hasn't he? Irenicus searches for something he cannot find, and he looks within those that have no more idea than he. Irenicus. A name that is synonymous with death and ugliness. No, death sounds different. He showed me. I spit on his name. I spit on this place. Live as you can where you must, young woman. You will not survive if you give in. We have learned this. I have learned something different. So beautiful you are. I almost can't see you. I just want to go home. Oh, Scalzgrin, when can we go home? We're on our way, Imoen. Alright, so he talks about her, Irenicus. I don't want to talk too much about what's happening, but he's got a room here, basically for someone who he used to love. So when that alarm went off, those two golems that we killed earlier, or golems that we killed earlier, they would have ran after us now and come and fight us now. So we took care of them before.
What is this place? It's beautiful. Oh, there is simply no way that this space belongs to the same person that owns those horrible glass containers.
Perhaps it is simply a sight of him we have not seen. No, it can't be. Not the person I know. This bed, that table, I know of them. He would speak of them while he... For a lost love, kept in perfect condition, she despises him. This is his monument to her. He spoke of all of this, but his voice was cold. No emotion at all, not even remembered. He spoke of these things while he cut, and the spells that wove through my brain, cold, ugly things. Alright, you are among friends. It still hurts. His sick fingers are still in my head, doing whatever it was he started. I see blood and death behind my eyes. Irenicus. This room, if he can care for anything, he would care for this room, above the lives of all of us. It makes me sick. I feel so much hate. I would burn this place, but it is nothing. Even as it means so much, it is nothing. Let's do what we must and get out of this place. It is making me sick. Alright. A lot more traps than that here. Oh, yeah. And here, good thing about traps is we get experience points every time we get rid of them. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that he is very protective of this room and what is here and what it stands for.
Make way, villainy! Hero coming through!
Nothing's locked though, but they're all trapped.
Butt kicking for goodness!
Butt kicking for goodness! The key is important. Everything in here is pretty useful. So that's the portal key. This will let us go through the portals to go to a different level of the dungeon. Incredibly important. Too far away. What? This is a pommel jewel of the equalizer. It's part of a weapon, and if we get the rest of the parts, we can have a smith rebuild it for us. And bracers of AC 8. It lowers our natural armor class by down to 8, so it actually help her by 2, but all the rest of us are too powerful for it right now. Alright, so we have to head back all the way back to here. So let's haste our guys. And head back.
Right you are.
What do you want?
And make sure they run the right way. We've already been through all that already, huh? So they added this thing in the Enhanced Edition, this blue outline, so you know where you can actually walk with your characters. I kind of like it. This is how it always used to be, just the normal map. It's fine either way. I do like the way it looks up here, though, with the art, so.
Yes, if you wish.
So that air elemental statue we found opens this door, and it takes us into a plane of air.
Fight the will, you will die.
Pretty awesome.
My goodness.
So we are no longer on the normal plane now. Haste is great, doesn't last long, but it's incredibly powerful.
Mine is the fist of death. Missed.
What's good about haste in this game in comparison to like 5th edition is that haste in this, it hastes the whole party. In 5th, it hastes one person. There might be a better one later when you get higher levels, but I can't remember quite. This one, can we rest here? Oh, we can. Okay. We can't save in here. No, we can. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I think you might not have been able to rest before in this place in the old version. I could be totally wrong about that, though. Alright, so this next part is a little messed up at times. These guys up here are pretty tough. This group of them. There's some efforts, but they hit pretty hard. There's a fire one right in the middle.
You point, I punch. Where Minsk goes, evil stands aside.
Alright, so that fire one isn't going to get hurt by that fire, obviously. What are you doing, Mix? Go get him.
On my sword while you can, evil. I won't be as gentle.
Something up?
Man, freaking Agonite fire spells mess it up Imoen. Alright, we're good now. Why are you using that? I didn't tell you to use that.
Nature, take the life she gave.
It is done.
These guys don't drop anything ever. And we get our genie. Of course. I am bound. What are you? Ah, I see. The master is gone. You've managed to get yourselves in trouble. Alright. Who are you that you've been bound to this flask? Enslaved would be a more accurate word. I was captured in my home on this plane of air by some wizard. He bound me to this flask that I might guard his things and something of yours. You have something that belongs to me? I do, a thing of power that still carries a hint of your essence. There's something odd about the signature that you leave on this item. No matter. Can you give it to me? If I had the power to give you your weapon, I would, but your force that binds me is strong. As long as I'm trapped within this flask, I'm within the mage's power. Alright, so we need to get him out of this. He needs the original flask, and he believes that the Dryads has it. And we know where they are. So we gotta walk all the way back there. Obviously, this whole area here is a... you don't even have to come here. There's no... Now, once we get that portal key,
As I thought.
which we got already got in her room, we could have just moved on, but we want to finish everything, right? So watch our guy has run really fast. Oh, he's went off. Hey,
Yes,
hold on.
simple.
Let's cast haste again. Speed this up.
If you wish.
You know the right way. The pathfinder in this game is pretty good, but sometimes they get goofed. They start walking the wrong direction, or they think it's blocked and they try to go a different way. Alright, Dryads. I need the flask. And that is it. We got the flask. Alright, now we're going to run all the way back. And you can't get the flask until you talk to the genie, but you can't talk to the genie until... Why does it make running fast? He must have missed the spell. You can't talk to the genie until you go to get to the room. Well, it's actually in this room, I think, up here. Not the girls' room, but it's the same place,
You
basically.
must gather your party before venturing forth.
Come on, Minsk. Why are you going so slow, man? I guess he missed this haste spell or something. Minsk, we're all waiting for you, buddy. What is this? He's got Charm Animal and Berserk. Alright. And we have Cure Light Wounds, Lilac Minor Journey. We have a lot of stuff. That you kind of get the stuff through Baldur's Gate, and since we're good, we get the good versions. Well, actually, we're not totally good, are we? Well, we're chaotic good. I don't think you can usually get Larlock or Horror, so we got a mixture. Slow Poison, Draw Upon Holy Might, Vampiric Touch, yeah, and then Enrage. That's our big thing for our Berserker. We get +2 hit and attack, +2 attack rolls and damage, and our armor class, and we're immune to a whole bunch of things.
Den of stinking evil. What? Cover your nose, boo.
And 15 hit points.
No crevice untouched.
But then, how was it worded there again? We lose, but we can be winded and -2 to armor class to hit and damage rolls after we use it.
If you wish.
But then you can just rest and get it back. Alright, let's make the exchange. He is free, and we got the Sword of Chaos +2, Saravak, who is your brother. And it said in the beginning movie that he was also a child of Baal, and he wanted to become the new Lord of Murder, and he was basically the antagonist of the first Baldur's Gate. He was our brother, and we fought, and I killed him, and the sword was his, apparently, but much of the power died with him. But it's a +2 two-handed sword, and each hit drains a hit point from the target and transfers it to the wielder, which is pretty awesome. And it's really good for Minsk. Much better than that non-magical one he has. And we're back. We're arcing through again. Alright, now we're all hasted. So we are done on this level. So there's two portals that we can hop through. One is here. And the other one is back at the very beginning. And they'll take you to the same place. This one tends to, I think, be faster to get to from that other side, from where we're at, so go here. Come on, guys.
So there is sanity in all this madness. If you are not in league with the evil that dwells in this unholy place, Yoshimo begs your assistance.
A fair line easily used by servants of the wizard themselves. We have been imprisoned and worse, and given many reasons to distrust strangers we encounter. I share your sentiments. I have seen here much that has disturbed me. I myself am a warrior with no evil intentions. Please, I would welcome any assistance you might offer. I am not sure how I came to be here, like you, I suspect. I have been trying to find my way out, but I was wounded in my attempt to do so. It was quite actually embarrassing. My profession does not leave itself open to those who are not wary, yet somehow I was caught unaware. I came to Athkatla years ago from Karatur to seek my fortune. At some point I went to bed in my room at the Copper Coronet, and I awoke in a strange room with a very sore head. I do not know how long I was there before awakening. Do you think we are in Athkatla? I am unsure. I may have been drugged when I was brought here. I may have been unconscious. Either way, I do not know how long. If it was the former, this place could be anywhere. If it was the latter, then I don't imagine that I could have traveled very far without noticing. Then you too know the hardship of being set into a maze like a helpless hamster. We are comrades in peril. Boo asks what you propose we do next, little man. I do not know a way to escape this place. I do not know a way to escape. We could search together, sure. I shall be happy to lend my blade to your cause. There are two things that I have discovered about this place. So he basically tells us about a few things coming up, the portals, and then wands that we have to worry about, traps. And Yoshimo is now in our group.
Yes.
And a whole person.
It is done.
So Yoshimo is a bounty hunter, which is a kit of thief. He's better at setting traps than normal thieves, but he gets only 20 skill points to level every time he levels to put in his thieving skills. So he's a little behind on those than a normal thief. Those traps, I almost never use traps. I mean, they're good for certain fights if you want to kind of cheese some fights, but it's not something that's that amazing. It does come with a katana +1 though, that only he can use, I believe. Yeah, and crappy armor. Pretty sure I kept an upgrade for him. Yep. No, we don't need these. We don't need that. We don't need that. Don't need that. We don't need that. Alright. So now we got Yoshimo.
As I thought.
So this room, if you just kill the Mephits, they won't stop coming. You have to actually destroy these portals. And once you do, all the Mephits will die. And they'll stop coming, so... That's the thing about this place. That's what Yoshimo tells you when we just talked to him. I kind of skipped over it, but the gist of what he told you is that you gotta destroy these portals to get through the room.
That's not right.
And all the Mephits die once that happens.
Teach my hamster to suck eggs.
And I just got knocked out by a color spray by those guys.
Nature's servant await. I am willing.
There's so much loot.
I await your need.
Cursed scroll. Pretty much worthless. Alright, we need these wands.
Swords, no words.
Alright, so the unfortunate body of Khalid is here.
Where Minsk goes, evil stands aside.
Khalid. No. This is an illusion, a dream. A bad dream. Where are the mirrors, the switches to pull to show where he's hidden? Khalid! Damn you.
Damn you, I will have the heart of who has done this. I will tear their blackened heart from there. I will. No. This is Khalid. What has happened to him? Shut up. No more words. Words are nothing. I knew him not, but I mourn for your loss. Stranger, nobody. I will not hear your words. Leave me. A brave man has fallen here, but there is no cause to hurl insults at the living. Here, Booth shall comfort you. Imbecile! Affront to nature. What do you and your rodent know? What can you know? No words, no more words. Save your speeches, save your proverbs. I only wish... The only voice I wish to hear is dead. No more. Sylvanus, guide the light to the source. Take this man to what he justly deserves. By nature's will, what is given is returned. What was turmoil is now peace. Khalid of my heart, let my love guide the way. We must hurry before we are noticed. We must get out of this grave and seek the light above. Let us go. So now if we kind of push her to try to resurrect him, she'll actually leave the party. We can say there may be a way to get him returned to life, and she tells us that he's been dead for some time. Beyond a point, there could be no reason, especially when the body has been so desecrated. So now if we keep pushing it, she'll get pissed. So we say we will not disturb his body further. We will honor his loss with future deeds. That is the way of things. There will be payment for this crime, and I shall not rest until it is collected. When we are able, there will be. Enough. I will leave this place.
Chihira, I want to say how sorry I am about Khalid. I know this is hard.
No! You do not know. This is not the time for this conversation, child.
Stop calling me child. I am as old as Scalzgrin, and besides, I can tell you that Khalid did not suffer. What are you babbling about, Imoen? I am not in the mood. I'm not babbling. I saw him do this. Khalid was dead when our captor started doing those things to him. You saw this? You watched as it was done? He showed me. He cut and he showed me. He forced my eyes open and made me look as he... Stop. I don't want to hear this. He said I should see so I would understand, but I don't know what he wanted. He would cut and say, do you see? Cut and say, do you see? Be quiet, child. No more. Alright. So we got one more here that we didn't loot. And there's another thing in there, another key, portal, or a wand. So a shadow thief is fighting.
This is not your place.
So this is a room full of clones. She is broken free, it looks like. Let's see. I am not your master, dear lady. Is there aught I can do for you? Do for me? Do for me? After all that thou hast already done? But we have done nothing to you, lady. We have only just come upon you. Perhaps if you calm yourself, we could... Thou hast created me in her image, but I am not her. I am not. And I shall never let thee touch me again. No more death to rise again. Not her. And she's just wants to kill us.
tortured creature that clone thing was. She was a copy? A copy of another person?
I wonder why Irenicus made her. I doubt he took pleasure in her company. He's beyond that. He's fascinated with death. He showed me over and over. Alright, we got another key there? Portal thing? Or whatever it's called. Alright. So we're slowly making our way out of Chateau Irenicus, as it's so fondly called. This game opens up so much once you get out of this dungeon, but every time you gotta start a game, you gotta go through the dungeon. So we help this thief, and then he turns on us. Not very smart. Another one of these guys. Actually, I think there's goblins up there too.
That's not right.
Yep.
Next time.
I can't carry no more. Your item is on the ground. If you wish.
Alright, so we got a trap up here.
Alright, alright.
Yeah, a boatload of traps in here. Ha! Full thief. Oh yeah, well. Oh, he's a goner.
No problem at all.
Alright, so here is the important thing. This is why we've been collecting these wands. Doesn't really matter who has it. Did I get them all? Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me double check. Yeah, we insert the key into a slot near the base and the wand is released as safe before. So basically there's a trap in front of any one of these pedestals that has that little... this means we can interact with it. And those traps mess those guys up. Trying to wonder if... I don't know if I feel like I got them all. I thought it looked like I was missing one. No, we're good. Alright. And a ring. And I'm pretty... Oh no, we did miss one. Did we miss one? Which one did I miss?
If you wish.
I think I might have missed a wand. Oh, fuck. No way. I've never missed one. Is there one here? No. So these all up being one-time use wands. The Ring of the Princes, though, is very useful. I'll put this at a -3 or -2 AC. I can't believe I missed one. Where the hell is it? One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, I mean, obviously I missed one, or else it wouldn't.
You can count on me.
Yeah.
Was it her? No, I got hers. What the hell? I can't ever remember missing one. Why did I not loot?
What?
There it is. How did I miss that? How the goblins come back? What's going on? Come on, guys, kill the stupid goblin.
It is done.
I can't believe I missed that wand. I never miss it. It's a rare occurrence. Actually, I don't think it's ever happened. Might have played, at least after the first time I ever played, probably whenever that was. Just missed it. Not a big deal. Alright, so we're almost done. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms left. Pretty much.
Well,
I think it was this one, maybe?
as I thought.
Yeah. It doesn't matter who was carrying it.
Sorry, but I couldn't hold that last item. It's on the ground.
We don't need that. We're just gonna end up selling these wands. But,
Yes.
better than nothing. Okay, that's rest. Because we gotta fight, we want to be quick about here. Because there is a vampire in this other room, and there's a chance that if we don't kill her quick enough, she'll leave. But if we kill her, we get like 8,000 experience points. Ah, excellent. I see I'm to be provided fresh blood for once. Where's your master, fiend? We seek Irenicus. Give us the upstart, you shall survive. Already am I dead, thief. Join me in darkness. Enough. Kill this creature and rise the guild. Irenicus shall learn what it is to betray the shadow thieves. Alright, so we want to get her before she turns to mist and runs away. Alright, got her. Now vampires turn to mist even if we kill them, but as long as we got the 8,000 XP for killing her, that's what we wanted. There is a chance that she'd run before we would get that, and then we wouldn't get any XP.
My blade will cut you down to size.
Mine is the fist of death.
So we got through that okay. So now we want to go from back to front here, pretty much, is the best way to do this.
Missed.
I love haste.
Pay attention.
Yeah, hurry up while we still have it. There's a mage back here. Always go for the mages, because they will destroy you. The mages are pretty much the worst enemies in this game to a point, if they get their spells off, and you don't have the right stuff up.
Fear is for those who have no confidence.
So they could easily ruin your day. With some confusion spells or freaking
This way then?
horror spells, fears, and your guys will start running all over the place, and it really sucks.
I go.
Let's grab the magical stuff. Grab that. That still might be an improvement for somebody. You know what? I guess it's not. That we could sell, though.
Sorry, but I couldn't hold that last item. It's on the ground.
We are going to eventually have to switch all this stuff off for Imoen. Armor class +4 versus crushing attacks. Give it to our good guy. At this point, I'm not really sure what the plan is with our party. I'm thinking, because I kind of want Viconia in my group as our cleric. She's a drow, she's evil, so we have to balance out our reputation. If you have evil characters in your party and your reputation gets too high, they'll leave the party. And like if you have good characters and your reputation gets too low, they'll leave the party. Because they're not going to want to mess around with people so different from themselves.
Get me out of this hellhole.
So you need to kind of balance that out if you want to have like evil and good together and things like that. So this guy is trying to get out of here. He says there's a key somewhere nearby.
Gotcha.
So we will try to find it for him. What? Why did the trap pop for that one?
What do you want? Good to go.
Fleet of foot and all that.
Fleet of foot and all that. So we found the key there. So this guy is not what he seems. We'll tell him to find his own way to the surface, and he will turn into the doppelganger that he is. It's actually kind of a fun way to deal with him, which I didn't do just because.
Stand ready.
Why don't I have both my things up? Which I didn't do because of time, kind of. I just want to get through this dungeon. If you have him follow you, eventually he'll turn into the doppelganger anyway and attack you. If you refuse to let him go, then he'll start turning into different creatures in the jail cell. He'll turn into a little kid, be like, please let me go, and things like that to try to talk you into letting him out. So he's pretty cool.
As I would have done.
But it's either you kill him now, you wait until he tries to get you in a little bit, or whatever. Eventually you're going to take him out, so it doesn't really matter. When you do it. So much loot.
If you wish.
We're so like overdone with this stuff here. I know she doesn't know what these bullets are, but she should be able to figure it out. That she uses that weapon, you know. Alright, and that's it. Really, we got one more hallway. And then the surface.
Hi, friend.
Ha, I knew there had to be reinforcements down here. Couldn't be that powerful by himself, I said. I'll just put an end to this here and now. We'll see the end of our Renakis and your little guild war before this day is through. Guild war? We just want to get out of here. You could talk all you wish, but it will do you no good. Everyone in this place has either attacked or tried to lie their way into my confidence. But we have no reason to lie. We just want out. And I shall deliver you. Fall upon our blades and spells, and you shall be free. You and our Renakis will fall, and then the war is won. Get out of my way. I don't want to fight any of you. I just want to leave. You and your guild die, no matter your words. Alright. So there's a guy that'll pop up here. There he is. Trying to backstab us. Did not work. Oh, look at you doing fancy spells. That's not going to do any good, my friend. Alright, let's get the hell out of this dungeon. There are definitely moments in this game of linearity. Halfway through, there's a long linear path. Stuff, but there's chapter 2, which we're kind of coming into now soon, is very open. We can go to a lot of different places. So, alright, so we have to do something here that will seem interesting if you don't know the plot, but there's a reason we're taking all this stuff away from Imoen.
I must apologize, but I can carry no more. I have set your item upon the ground.
I have too much in my pack as it is. You'll have to pick that up off the ground.
I don't really care about the arrows. The +1 dagger I do. The potions, I don't want to get those to go to waste. And these scrolls we can use and or sell. And obviously that amulet and those bracers. This is Imoen's belt. It cannot be removed or unbuckled. This belt is basically plot belt. This makes it so she cannot die. If it get actually killed. So she has to follow. She has to go through the dungeon with you. Just the way it goes. I guess we'll take these arrows. Alright, looks like we got everything off for her. Let's do our first actual save. We do a lot of quick saves. Alright. We're just a fight. No, we're Berserker, right? Yeah, Berserker 001. First official save. Let's get out of here.
The tunnel slopes upward into the welcome glare of daylight. Such is your relief that you barely notice the debris at your feet. The remnants of a battle fought only moments before. Surveying the carnage, you hear a scream of rage. And a massive explosion collapses the passage behind you. The sounds of combat greet you as you struggle to your feet. The fight, it seems, is still going strong.
You dare to attack me here? Do you even know whom you face? You will suffer. You will all suffer. So, Godchild, you have escaped. You are more resourceful than I had thought.
You're not going to torture us any longer.
Torture? Silly girl, you just don't understand what I'm doing, do you?
I don't care what you're doing. Let us go.
I won't let you leave, not when I'm so close to unlocking your power.
We don't want anything from you.
Enough. I will no longer listen to the babbling of ignorant children.
This is an unsanctioned use of magical energy. All involved will be held. This disturbance is over.
Must I be interrupted at every turn? Enough of this.
This mage's power is immense. We must overcome him quickly.
Enough. I haven't the time for this.
You will cease your spell casting and come with us.
Your pathetic magics are useless. Let this end.
Even if we fall, our numbers are many. You will be overwhelmed.
You bore me, Mageling. You may take me in, but you will take the girl as well.
What? No. I've done nothing wrong.
You have been involved in illegal use of magic. You will come with us.
I'm not going with him. I'm not. Help me.
Alright. No, this cannot be. The murderer of Donnie here flees from righteous butt-kicking vengeance, and he takes Imoen with him too. Something must be done, Scalzgrin. We must find this evil wizard. All that is goodness cries out for this. Even little Boo, although he cannot cry out quite so loudly. I find it odd that this Irenicus will leave of his own volition. And why take Imoen when it is Scalzgrin he's so obviously interested in? Perhaps he expects us to give chase? We must step carefully then. We know little about him, whom he was fighting, who took him, or even where we are. We seem to be drawn into machinations not of our own making. No, we must quickly and save our friend Imoen. The wizard may be leering over her evilly even now. Do not be foolish, Minx. We must know our enemies and the extent of our danger here before we rush into anything. The druid is right, my large friend. The wizard obviously had great power, and I doubt we have seen the last of him. Perhaps we should see if allies can be found here. Alright, and we are in Athkatla, officially. Out of the dungeon. And now we can do pretty much what we want. What I want to do real quick is sell. Let's head over to the Adventurer's Mart. We are going to head in the circus tent for our first quest, I think. Right. Rybald Barterman at your service. Greetings to you, good sir. I trust all is well? It is well enough, Miss Jahira. You'll not bring Harper trouble to my doorstep, good lady. Might I remind you that my days of involvement with your kin are long over. I am not here in the official capacity, suspicious one. There is no need to worry. With your kin, there is always a need to worry, but I should mind me manners. Please excuse me. Alright. So it's the finest shopping in all of Faerun. Lowest selection, best, widest selection, lowest prices. An area of fancy illustration. Just the goods, bare and plain. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, we want to sell... Now, he's got some decent stuff here. That Sling +2 isn't really that expensive, but he's got... You gotta get to the bottom. He's got some really good armor here, some cool armor. Full plate, plate +1. Ring of Princes, but that stuff all out of our league at this point. We have very little money. I'm going to sell those wands that we had so many of. I'm not going to use them. Scimitar, gold ring, silver necklace. I don't think we're going to be using the bastard sword or the long sword +1. Sell those off. Definitely keeping that pommel jewel. Still got all these scrolls, but we can buy a scroll case to put them in. And that will be incredibly useful, and that's what we're going to do up here. Because now we have some of these. These are DLC characters. I don't kind of they got added into the game, or what? No, they were DLC. They were. I think if you bought the collector's edition of the original game, they came in it. But they've been put into all the versions that are out now. This is one of them, I believe. Deidre here. Yeah, all her stuff is based. She's got her stuff based on Planescape Torment. Zakon's Zerthblade is from Planescape Torment, of course, and it's an awesome spell if you're a fighter wizard in this game. You can use it katana as the fighter, but if you're a wizard, you get to memorize an additional first, second, third, and fourth level wizard spell. That's an awesome weapon if you go that route. The Sensate Amulet is from Planescape Torment, of course. The Harp, the Harmonium Halberd, Valor's Helm, Mercy Killer Ring, all from Robovecna, I think. Is too. And this is great for a magic user. It improves casting speed by 4, which is pretty ridiculous. All your spells come out way faster. So there's a lot of great stuff here. We can't buy any of it, but I'm just showing off. You can see how expensive it is. That robe is about 24 grand, which is crazy. The plate of Baldur is 41.6. It's amazing stuff. And the shield of Baldur is actually incredibly useful because it reflects beholder rays. And there's some beholders in this game that we have to fight. And if we have a guy with a shield ahead of him, he basically cannot be hurt by him. They just bounce off, and then he just have that person go up and attack. So that's something we may pick up, because there's a lot of beholders to worry about in this game. And this is Lady Youth. She sells scrolls up the wazoo, but she also sells a scroll case, which is what I want right now. And we'll come back here if need be. That scroll case carries all our scrolls. I'm not sure who we're going to have a wizard of some kind in our group, but I'm not sure what wizard we're going to have. Or mage, I guess. He needs arrows. We might take Jan with us, maybe. Maybe we'll take Jan. I like Jan. A lot of people don't, because he's kind of crazy and talks a lot. He's a gnome who's an inventor. He's a thief, mage, multi-class. But he can only be an illusionist, because thieves can only be illusionists or gnomes when they're a mage, but he's still pretty cool. Edwin is the most powerful mage, of course. He's evil. So we'll have to figure that out. See, our rep is at 11 right now. Pretty much average. 20's max. So a character like Chihiro, who's neutral, doesn't care about your rep. She'll stay with you no matter what. A good character like Minsk, I guess she was neutral as well. A good character like Minsk, though, if your rep drops to 2, I think, maybe 3, he might leave the party, because to get that low, you're just being so evil that he can't hang with you. I'm pretty sure Minsk does that too. I don't know if he's just loyal. Well, the opposite is for the evil characters. If your rep gets to 18, I think, or 19, then they'll leave. So we got to keep it. And there's a lot of quests where you'll get reputation when you finish it. So there's other ways to kind of lose a rep. You can do something a little weird and lose it.
It is done.
But we'll take care of that as we go. So we're going to get a new party member in the circus tent here. I don't know if we're going to keep her or not. Again, I'm not sure. Let's do a quick level up still. We're going to stop this vid. It's had to have been a couple hours, I think, by now. So this would be our first one. We got out of the dungeon, and we are out in the open world. So Jaheira's leveling up. I think she levels up fighter and druid on this first one. Yes, she does. She's a fighter druid multi-class. So her Thaco lowers so she can hit easier, and she learned some more druid spell slots, level 3 and 4, and got some hit points. I don't know how long we're going to keep her, or if we are going to keep her. I don't know. I got to think about it. Zone of Sweet Air is really useful. You don't need it all the time, but there's always a time when I need it, and I'm like, oh, why don't I have that? So Minx can actually, he can hide at stealth, but he has to be wearing leather to do so. So his stats just go up naturally as a ranger as that happens. He actually got his first level 1 spell, and rangers, they get priest spells. So we got his first one, and we leveled 2. We're straight up fighter. We just go to town. 15 hit points and a Thaco lower. That is it. Not a very exciting level for fighters. It is when you get your proficiencies for your weapons. You could boost them. But he's all about hit points. He's at 125 hit points, which is ridiculous. Alright, save. Alright, we're done. So in the next video, we are going to hop in this circus tent and continue. So as I said earlier, my plan is to have a video, kind of a day that is specified for a game. So this will be up Sunday, tomorrow, or well, actually it's tonight. Usually I'm going to play very late at night like this. And then try to upload it that afternoon, something of that nature, or that morning, or whatever. So what was the plan? Monday, I think, was Shadow of Colossus on PS4. I want to do a play of that because I love that game, and I just picked it up. And Wednesday is Fallout 1 to continue that one. I did a couple videos earlier on it. I want to continue that. Friday, I think is going to be Ultima 7 upload, which I played some a couple days ago on Friday. And Saturday, Might and Magic 4, which I started yesterday, which has been fun but difficult. That game, I've never played it before. I never played all of Ultima 7 either before. So some of these are brand new to me. Now I may sprinkle other uploads in between, and most likely the ones that I'm going to sprinkle in between are going to be Baldur's Gate 2, because now that I'm playing this game, shut up, Jaheira. Now that I'm starting playing this, now I don't want to stop. I want to just keep playing it. So I may just keep doing that and uploading these as is. I guess the point is I just want to make sure I have a video ready on that day for those games. That's kind of the plan. Ultima 7 will probably really only upload on Friday. Might and Magic on Saturday. So, because I probably only play those to make sure I play them for that one video. Baldur's Gate 2 I'll play a lot of, I'm sure, though. Regardless, I'm just rambling. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Take care.